You got a lot to be smiling for. So what the fuck you be wildin' for? If you're breathing, you achieving. We having fun this evening, believe it.
We're here at Chipotle next to the tower on 16th and Broadway. Got my friend Darce here. Darcie is an educator in Davis with me, and we are sharing day 129 for the Educator Chipotle Challenge today together. And Darce, tell them what your idea is, what we're going about to do.
Well, as I was driving here, I noticed some friendly people walking down the street and whatnot, and so Kayla and I are going to buy some Chipotle burritos and seek out some people and feed them. Why not?
Why not? It feels so good to give.
Yes!
Oh yeah, and Chipotle is so tasty.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and I tried pinto beans today. Mic drop. Peace. Love you. What are we about to do, Darce?
Buy some burritos.
Buy some burritos, and who we gonna give them to?
Whoever we want.
Whoever. Whoever is like hanging out and who
Sure.
seems like they might be hungry.
Yeah.
They might have a sign out there that says "Random Act of Kindness." They
Sure.
might be next to a tent.
Sure.
I mean, they could be.
Going from one place to the next.
Yep.
That's definitely what they're doing.
Yeah.
If they're walking.
Right.
Anyways.
Right. We're just trying to spread the love, spread the kindness. You know. We're feeling good, feeling great. What are we gonna do with these bikes, Darce?
We're gonna put burritos in the baskets.
Yeah. You got gum in your hair?
I did have gum in here.
Okay.
I my gum.
Here we go. Woo! Jump bikes. How many burritos are we gonna get, Darce?
1 dozen.
1 dozen. Yes. We're gonna get a dozen burritos. We're gonna give them away.
Why not?
Because we can.
Yes,
And we're gonna do it. We will.
I'm not gonna stop you.
Nope. I'm not gonna stop her either. We're gonna do it together, folks.
Yeah. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Oh, show.
Can I have 6 burritos?
Yeah, so 6 with brown rice. Black beans, please. We're doing good with burritos today. We got 6 burritos in there, 4 chicken, 2 veggies. 12. We got 12 burritos, and of those 12, 4 are veggies and 8 are chicken. Let's go. Let's go give them away. Make it rain. Burritos. What did you say the bells are for?
Sound of excitement.
Yes! So we are gonna find people to gift these burritos to and invite them to take a photo with us, to take a video, and ask about their story and if educators had an impact or influence in their life thus far and what they may be aspiring to do. Just show them love and kindness. So it's Kayla, what's your name?
The Reverend Jeffrey Muckley. Sorry, Miss Kayla, sorry. This is true though, I have freight trains, so that's what happens, you know.
Freight trains?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it has to stick out sometimes.
Okay. I'm just gonna call you Jeffrey for short.
Miss
in this.
Lewis, yeah.
And Lewis, who, in terms of educators, had a positive impact in your life?
I'd have to say my mother for her advocacy, getting special education in the Bergen County school system in New Jersey, because it wasn't available for my brother and myself.
Okay.
So when my mother broke the chain of domestic violence that was, perpetrating in our family for a number of years, she had troubled kids. That's what happens to children that are, brought up in a domestic violence situation. They act out in school. So I was always getting suspended and whatnot, and assaulting teachers, tackling teachers. I tackled a teacher in the 4th grade.
Okay.
And I got removed from the school system, so they had to ship me somewhere else. It wasn't really adequate for, if you have children in a town, you're supposed to have facilities for those children, So I remember going to all of these Board of Education meetings and fighting for, special education at some of the schools. So once they got that, it's about 2 years, it seems like, going to a lot of meetings. And then we went to Union Elementary, like kind of a middle school up to 8th grade. And I was still lashing out and whatnot. I remember the principal, I was actually thinking about this the other day, like one of the principals and the vice principal, they put up with a lot. They put me in the office and I put my head through the wall. I was really crazy. So, I had my mom putting up with that. I couldn't believe it,
Yeah.
So we moved to Virginia after New Jersey. And so I went to high school down there. My mom worked in the house, so I used to be really embarrassed about lashing out as a kid and whatnot. It's nobody wants to grow up and be that guy. So, but after high school, they asked me not to come back to high school for inciting a riot, where a teacher got assaulted. I was 18, and I started traveling. I guess. So as far as my most favorite teachers, I really don't know. All of them.
All of them?
Yeah, all of them. What they've done, their social service to doing it, their sacrifice. So,
awesome.
For kids like me.
Shout out to your mom for advocating and supporting you, and
really, and she's never said a bad word about my father. That we were made out of love. He was a police officer. My whole family's law enforcement.
Okay.
And he came home here the last time, and she liberated the family. So she wasn't gonna take any more of it.
Sure. Makes sense.
Unfortunately, my father passed away in the active addiction.
But, sorry to hear that.
Unfortunately, another thing is, the family didn't really talk about it. So it was like a dark secret. Cops' families, going through abuse and whatnot. You can't really be brought up in the station houses. Because you lose your job. It makes sense.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But for all the sick police officers out there, sick families, God bless them.
Sure. What's your next traveling?
Right now, I've been traveling since 96.
96?
Yeah. So my next plan is probably to go to the dentist. So, take care of myself medically right now.
Sure.
Because I've just been kind of aloof in life for the last 7 years. Lost a friend, hopping freight trains. So I was living in South Carolina, in a condo at the beach, just living life,
Yeah.
So I just need to step up myself, and I want to bring some things to Sacramento that'll help, not the homeless, because Sacramento's a home, so there's really no homeless. That's the way I look at it. And so I would like to bring those people some more comfort.
Sure.
Like, bring them in a happier medium with the community. So, like this building right here.
Yeah.
It's been vacant I've been here 5 years, 6 years. It's been vacant for longer than that. And it's the Department of Real Estate and Housing from California. And they're looking for places to put people without places to go.
Yeah.
Right? It's kind of sad. So those are my goals, is to try and get that as a facility for people to go to.
That would be awesome.
And do some more community activism work. So.
Well, I wish you the best of luck, and thank you for advocating for people that need that. And I hope that you are able to get what you need from the dentist, and just being able to figure out ways to take care of yourself and others. And Lewis here.
Yeah.
And it was great to meet you. And
you're a beautiful person. Thanks for doing what you do.
Absolutely.
And you're a lovely friend. Thank you, ma'am.
No problem.
Absolutely. All right. Much love, folks. Thank you so much for being here, and take care of yourself. Okay.
Enjoy your burrito.
I will.
Yes, enjoy that burrito. I've got 2 burritos left, and you've got how many, Darce?
I got 3.
You got 3 burritos. We've got 5 burritos.
We're at the California State Capitol right now.
Yep.
Rolling around on our jump bikes. The temperature is approximately, I can tell you that, 56 degrees.
I bet.
That's why we parked over by like Tower Cafe, and then we parked our cars and then jumped on these just as an easier route to disperse burritos.
Right. Right. So it's day 129 of eating Chipotle once a day for a year, and Darcie had the idea of just grabbing a dozen burritos and giving them to people.
Unsuspecting people.
As much as we can, yes. Whoever we feel like looks hungry, but also like we've tried to, I don't know, I guess be mindful of people that may not already have food. So we were just randomly driving past. What's your name?
Melody.
Melody, and what is your role at this, apparently the Department of Education building that we just passed by?
I'm a consultant in the Special Education Division.
Awesome. Cool. Thank you so much for what
Sure.
you do. I know that we're...
And you too.
Yeah.
We couldn't do what we do without you guys. So
Likewise.
Well, we appreciate
Likewise.
that.
It's a team effort,
But yes.
for sure. You've already got dinner tonight, but Melody was so kind to just whip out a few bucks to support the Educator Chipotle Challenge, but I said, no, take that back and go put it onto the website and donate to support the educators directly and the students for mental health resources. So Melody, thank you so much for what you're doing and for offering to support.
and I'll spread it around. It's in special ed. I'll spread the card around. So let's see what we can get challenged.
Absolutely, because I'm trying to get on Ellen. I'm trying to like get this to be
Got you covered.
as much as I can.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Good deal.
Thanks, Melody.
Welcome.
This feels real good, Darce.
Well, the fact that we literally just drove by the Department of Education not knowing it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
All right, bro.
Then we met some incredible, I mean, she's like how do we describe her? She's the facilitator of our education, making sure that teachers and counselors alike have things necessary for students. I mean, and
Right.
she's in special education, which
Yep.
we all know needs a lot of attention and care for those kiddos who are absolutely fabulous. Gotta love that.
Yep.
I obviously don't know my Sacramento geography very well.
Yeah,
So I
likewise.
just go right by the building and I'm just like do. But that's a pretty exciting thing there. And we've got, well, let's do a burrito count while we're here right now.
Yep,
Stopped. I've got 2 veggies.
And I've got one chicken.
Oh, you got a chicken?
I got a chicken left.
Nice.
Gotta earn that burrito.
Kayla, you want this burrito?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
You better come get it. Keep trying. Come on. Work harder for that burrito. Get the burrito.
Oh my god.
Get the burrito. 100 more. Okay, get the burrito. Good work. For the win.
Passion, kindness, diversity, courage, equality, inspire, perseverance, trust, pride, fearless visitor. Are you a fearless visitor of the Educator Chipotle Challenge?
Yeah.
I am.
What do we got here? We got over here. We're hope dealers.
Respect, commitment,
all of those.
Your
Oh my
face represents all of these.
Oh my gosh, you're so sweet. But can I tell you though?
Wait, you're trying to talk to me?
I'm trying to talk to you, I guess.
Hey, what's going on?
Jeff Duncan on Andrade, Dr. Jeff Duncan, spoke to school counselors at California Association of School Counselors Conference, and he talked about being hope dealers as educators. We are hope dealers.
Okay.
We deal out hope.
Yeah.
That's what I think of when I see hope.
Yeah.
So, hashtag
Like that.
hope dealers.
I like being a hope dealer.
Me too. We're at John Burton Democratic Headquarters in Sacramento. Hope dealers, educators,
That's us.
hope dealers.
We're dealing the hope today too. We are.
Passing it out
We don't
literally.
even have to be at school to do it,
No.
which is nice.
Yeah. I love being out in the community like this. It feels good, you know, not confined in the midst of four walls.
Yeah.
Because it's not education, learning, inspiration doesn't always happen.
everywhere. Sorry.
Why turn on these jump bikes?
I forgot that when you push down, the motor goes.
Hope dealers.
There it goes again.
What else did we find?
We found peace and integrity. The two last things we needed. Definitely needed some peace. We definitely needed some integrity.
Yep. So what's your name?
Paul.
Paul?
Yeah. People like Richard Feynman, who was a theoretical physicist at Caltech. He also worked on the Manhattan Project. Was very influential in my life, especially with abstract thinking and being able to come to small conclusions just by observations of like kinetic energies and stuff that travel, that you don't need math to really work out until you need to work it out, and then you
Thank
need
goodness,
the numbers.
math is hard.
You know, and you know something, I wanted to be a theoretical physicist at one time until I really saw what it took to do the math. And from that point on, I kind of like, physics got really expensive for me.
Yeah.
So I ended up studying neuroscience and whatnot and behaviors. And that worked out really well for me up to this day. I've only been on the streets for about 100 days. But for the last 10 years or so, pretty much did nothing but study behaviors from like some of the world's top neuroscientists, like Steven Pinker, who was a developmental psychologist, Ramachandran, Professor Lieberman. All these people, you can get their lectures and whatnot, and then you don't really bother if you have an idea of what behaviors are going on in the rudimentary aspects of psychology. You can just kind of like listen to their lectures, get a book, and go on Google Scholar and pull up research papers on what you want to do and whatnot. And yeah, and it really worked out. I was able to get a small library before the whole ebook crunch, and that worked out pretty well. I study out of graduate books, and physiology and whatnot is from like Guyton Hall. And once you understand the neuron and some of like our reward systems and whatnot, it kind of all, there's a trickling process, and the knowledge eventually builds itself to where knowledge does lead to knowledge, but then it eventually, once you get so much of it, it'll construct its own process for you.
Wow.
You know what I'm...
In a way, I mean, I think that's a little bit beyond. Like, I would need to like really be able to grasp it.
Okay, it would almost be like you being a prodigy, a mathematical prodigy, and discovering and with the knowledge that you're acquiring down here, you're discovering things that people have already discovered. And that's, you know, the first couple times that I did that, I just thought, whoa, man, I could be, you know, a Nobel Prize or something, you know. I mean, I'm thinking maybe I can hash out pi or something, you know, and or square pi, so to speak. But from Richard Feynman, all these and all these other people that I was able to listen to that have passed since, they're just reinforcements. And Noam Chomsky was the last huge the hugest figure that it's taken place in the last 6 years, because I was going to stop studying neuroscience, and I was beat up, and I've got all this rudimentary knowledge, and it's not working for me, and why am I doing this? And I watched a linguistics lecture that he did, and he said that Galileo, are you familiar with who he is? He didn't do all his experiments. Galileo did his experiments from intuition, and Noam Chomsky refers to Galilean intuition. And as soon as you start questioning the simple, things get complicated. You can question any simple thing, and it's going to complicate.
Can you give an example?
Certainly, like conformity with human beings, you know, how we kind of like we're in our environment, but then there's part of us that will conform because we're biologically driven, and then the other part is the nature, the nurture thing. That complicates if you're going the wrong way, and you might have a small lesion in your hypothalamus, and you're trying to conform to something that you're not, almost like having the wrong body. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Some people are in the wrong bodies.
Sure, right.
And that is like one of the, you know, that's one of the simplest things you see, but it's one of the absolute most complicated things that take place within a human being.
Sure.
And I'm not saying that because of you two. I'm saying that because of, you know, other circumstances in my life. And then there's like simpler things like math, pi. Pi is really simple. As soon as you start questioning it and try to square it, it gets really complicated. The Earth's, believe it or not, the simplest force that we battle every day is gravity, but it's the most detrimental to our body. If we were a little bit lighter within the constant, like let's say it was 8 meters per second squared, or whatever the constant is, we would have less degeneration on our synovial joints or our. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As soon as we start, I'm a little chunky. We're all a little, you know. I mean, who's not? I mean, but gravity pulls you over. We don't realize how detrimental gravity is to us. And we fight it most of our lives within what we feel we should be within our own reasonable person standard of judgment to ourselves. And, you know, I mean, it's what I study. I can go on for hours.
Oh my gosh, Paul, that's awesome.
You have a lot of knowledge.
Yeah.
And you know something, they're just little stories. I read a part of a research paper from some guys out of MIT that were explaining the simplest aspect of memory. All we do are tell little stories.
Agreed.
You know, they're little stories, and, you know, if somebody can put together a few premises inside of them, whoa, there's the conclusion, you know. So, I mean, but it's really cool you guys stop and talk. I like to run at the mouth sometimes, and there's like nobody that'll really like you know, smile and like I'm running at the mouth or something, you know. But it's cool you guys are listening. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Paul.
Yeah.
Take care.
Kayla and
Darcie.
Yeah. Okay, you guys. Okay.
Awesome. Enjoy your
All right,
burrito.
guys. Thank you.
Take
again.
care, Paul.
All right,
Have a good
you too.
weekend.
Bye.
Yeah.
All right. 6 burritos out of there. 6 burritos out of here. 12 burritos in the hands of people who were hungry.
Yep.
We got some good stories, had some good interactions, and we were on these jump bikes.
It's pretty awesome. It was fun.
Yes, and we were on the bike for 2 hours and 3 minutes, and we went 5.5 miles.
Yeah.
And it cost $8.20.
What a good deal.
Such a great deal. Darce, what did we learn from this trip? Actually, let's answer that after I lock this up so I can.
Oh, okay. So you can save
go
some
on.
money.
Oh my gosh, save money, falling on a budget. The question is,
How do you process that?
giving out 12 burritos
Yeah.
to people.
Yeah.
What did we learn?
Well, to be completely honest, when
Oh.
we first started, I started to get a little bit of anxiety, which I don't normally have. But I was worried about our interactions with people and kind of like how we were coming off towards them.
Yeah.
Because we kind of did a little bit of profiling, which was interesting.
Yeah.
But then Kayla reassured me that the kindness in our hearts was overpowering any sort of things that may have been seen as negative.
Yeah. The interactions were positive. Received positively, and I think that the people that we interacted with
Enjoyed it. Yeah.
And appreciated it. And
Yeah.
I mean, who knows what they were thinking in their minds, but for most of them that accepted the burrito were like, food is food, and thank you.
Yeah, true.
Most of them were really appreciative.
Yeah.
Some we had 3 decline a burrito, and I think one of the people that we handed out to declined taking a photo with us.
Yes, that's true.
You mentioned that Chipotle perspective, and I think that, you know, from riding the jump bikes and seeing the city in a different way. I mean, we didn't even know that we were passing by the Department of Education.
Right.
And just
It was fun for us.
yeah,
For
I
me
had
and
a
you
lot
to
of
hang
fun.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And to be able to give back in the way that we can.
Yeah. Plan 2, we kind of talked about how we felt like we could give some. We know that we can't give a lot, but
Right.
we made a plan to do 6 burritos each based on budget. You
Right.
know, like we're very aware of what we could give. And I guess that's also a positive spin on things too, that we acknowledged what we could give within our reasons and
Right.
still give.
Right.
How about that?
Right. Right. No matter where you're at, like, it doesn't have to be monetary giving. It can be giving in other ways that don't necessarily require money or
Volunteering.
Like,
we drop-
like
can
I
we-
can volunteer time.
Yeah,
like,
can
I
we
appreciated-
drop my little sister is working for the American Red Cross right now. Can we drop that?
Oh, yeah.
And they solely survive mostly on volunteers. I want to say she told me the statistic that 90% of their employees are volunteers.
Yeah.
That's pretty great too.
Yeah.
That's helping a lot of people.
For sure. And I mean, I felt that way being able to give my time and energy and, you know, the skills or the training that I have as a school counselor to the neighbors in Butte County when I went for just one day. That felt good, and that was another reminder of like being able to give back and to
I think today's lesson
Make an
is
impact.
giving, right?
giving
Is that,
and
and we gave time too. Some people just wanted to talk, and some
Right.
people did not.
right.
And those who seemed like they would talk to us, we just gave them a listening ear, and they really appreciated that.
Yeah.
And we gave some love to some sweet little pooches.
Oh yeah.
Cute little doggies.
Oh my gosh.
They were
yes.
cute.
So cute.
Bella and
Lewis.
Lewis was the first dog we met. Yes.
else did
Next
we-
time we got to go out with dog treats.
Oh,
Yeah.
that'd be good. Yeah. Well, and lesson learned. Next time we need to have like bottled water.
Oh
or
yeah.
something.
Yes.
But still, lessons learned. We gave. It feels good.
First time I did something like that, which is pretty cool too.
Me too.
Yeah.
In that kind of way.
Just to randomly, spontaneously, we had the time to give.
Yep. We had a
We
little bit
planned
of
out
money.
What
and
we could. We had scraped together our pennies.
oh my gosh.
Hey, teacher here.
Hey, falling on a budget educators right here. From smiles and eye contact to
Burritos.
to listening ear to, you know, that human connection and just spreading the kindness and the love. And for some of these people, I think it was Paul, just the most recent person that we interacted with, said that sometimes people don't.
Something about listening. I remember. I know where
Yeah.
you're kind of going with this.
He doesn't feel seen sometimes. I can appreciate that. That must be a common feeling or experience, that so many people pass you by
Yeah. Nobody's
and nobody acknowledges you
right.
or
listens.
or yeah. So I'm so glad that we did this. That was a great idea, Darce.
We did it.
Educator Chipotle Challenge. Educators giving back.
In more ways than one.
And not just in the classroom or on the soccer field, basketball
court. It's where I'm giving back to sometimes. Yeah.
All right. Much love. Peace. Be kind to each other.